is this lighting? Hang on a minute. Right, I'm just trying to see. It's just very dark in here. Hi, Rainbow Wizard. What is? To get a lighting thing that doesn't even bloody work. Is that it? Don't know. Anyway, hi. Hi, Rainbow Wizard. Hi, Tati T. Anyone else who's watching or listening in the background? Yes, we'll just wait and see who comes in. Hi, T Snowy 23. Hi, Rain. Hi, Soul. Yeah, I've got some. I think you're gonna resonate with what I've got to say. Oh, yes, I do. I like the new tag, and I know someone else who's got a new tag, and see if you can see if when they come in who it is. Kept thinking who's that, and that's really funny, Rainbow Wizard, because I said you look like one with your hair, so that's hilarious. Yeah, good tag. Hello to all in chat. Love to hear from you, Dolly. Hi, Michelle. Yeah, I hope this is going to make sense. It's just something. I come when I need something to say, and it's not that no one hasn't heard it before or anything like that, but it's just obviously we have to repeat something sometimes just to remind ourselves, but it is still a part of my journey, and I want to share it. And because a lot of things were coming up this weekend with people that I was meeting, because I was out this weekend and I was around other people face to face, younger people than me, I just want to sort of share things and just where I'm at in my life today, which totally makes more sense with joining your own dots and seeing what's what and all this sort of stuff. So yeah, so I'll just wait and see if more come in. I did buy this cup the other day, by the way, because I thought, I know it's like the opposite way around if I turned it the other way around, but a chakra mug, that's what it reminded me of. Hi, Colin. And it's got what have I got in there tonight? Only because I leave everything to go cold. By the time I've finished talking to you lot, whatever I have hot has gone cold. But this is chamomile tea with a bit of honey in. I succumb to peer pressure. Oh, you must never succumb to peer pressure. Oh, yes. So everyone say hi to everybody in chat. Well, I think a lot of you are going to resonate with what I'm going to say, because you'll have either gone through it yourself, been there, done it, still going through it because it's not a thing we stop doing, it's just a thing we carry on doing, or you're there, you're coming onto it. Yeah, it was from Morrison's £4, so I thought I'm having that. Chakra baby. So, and my journey is what I share on YouTube. I think a lot of people get confused with that. It's just what I share, Hi, Revel. Yes, I did have fun with my peeps in my Russian hat. That was to wind people up. As in, it was my fella's Russian hat, just because I can't get anything on these dreads, but that hat did work. So, it was a good hat. It kept my head warm while we was out and about in the cold weather, talking to people in real life. So, coughing now, but I get this off. It's hot. Gonna have to let it cool down anyway. Yeah, I was warm. Well, we made a fire and sat round that, but I'll tell you what, when we moved away from that fire, it was bloody freezing. But like I said, my channel is about me sharing my beliefs and what I'm going through and what I resonate with at the time, and I just share it with you guys. A lot of you will resonate because, like I said, a lot of you will either have gone through something, going through it on the same sort of frequency of what we're all going through. So I'm wearing a similar hat. My new, yeah, it was great, that hat. I'm going to have to nick that hat off him because he's got another one. I quite like that one. It was a big furry one. So, but basically, we know there's a lot of shit going on in the world, and I don't need to tell you that. We all know that, whether you're into whatever, it doesn't really matter. Whether you're into what I've talked about in the past, which I'm still on to, and I just want to say, you know who got acquitted. The chat's not about that, but I'm just saying. And we all knew that, and we all know what's coming with that. And that certain letter that they don't like us talking about is not part of something that was called anonymous years ago. Nothing to do with it. But apart from that, I've always believed that certain letter was also more than what people speculate it to be, because I moved from it and knew it was something higher. And when I started digging and looking into things, I was thinking about quantum, because we all know we create our own reality. If you've not got to that consumption yet, doesn't matter if you haven't. And I also dug in deeper where there was a lost scrolls of Q, Quell, which I've talked about before, which that is a German word for source. So I'm thinking source, yeah, source, energy, whatever you want to call it, God. Just putting that out there, put it out there before. It's not something I've not said before. Not really going into that because this isn't the chat. I always knew, like a lot of people do, there was a lot more going on than we knew there was going on, especially in the so-called things that you don't see, the non-physical, you know. We know what's going on in the physical. I mean, nothing new under the sun there, you know. So whatever you woke up to. Hot brandy and honey, it do the world of wonders. Yes, I had a bit of a hot drink at weekend. It didn't go down well, just let's say. Because I'm not a drinker, so that didn't go down very well. It didn't go down very well. Oh, I'll tell you another time. It was, yeah, it didn't go down well. It did not go down well, but there you go. You know, trying to keep yourself warm on a cold night. But apart from that, this is gonna, you know how I talk, I'll get round to it of, what did I put in the title? What did I put in the title? I knew before I knew it, before I knew it, quantum field. I know I'm the quantum field, my quantum field, I know I create my reality. I've known this for a very long time because I've been into law of attraction. Could say it's the same thing, universal law, whatever. To me, it's all the same. I don't need to personally come out with big words. People say it's a quantum physics, quantum this, quantum that. I'm like, right, okay. I actually, knowing what I know now, I knew that ages ago. It's just they're not the words I used to use. But it's something I already knew. Without knowing that I already knew. Does anybody get that? I was just doing it. So when all this comes about, I join the dots again and I'm like, I already knew. Right? So when people say try and throw big words at me, no, it's this, and this, I always go, yeah, I know. And they think I'm being dead like, yeah, I know. And I'm like, no, I'm just saying, yeah, I know. But you don't need to throw all these big words at me and give me this massive big thing. I just know. It's basically, Michelle, in a nutshell, what you put out is what you get back. Your energy you put out is what you get back. And here's Indigo Rays. Guess who's Indigo Ray? Indigo Ray, you'll never guess who in chat unless you just saw is Rainbow Warrior, Rainbow Wizard. You've both changed your names. Can you guess who each other is? Can you guess who each other is? Do you know who it is? Airbending, who said that? Yeah, I call it airbending, yeah. Evening, Dolly. Hi, Belinda. Well, yeah, Susie Q is Indigo Rays. And Rainbow Wizard is Rob. Trying to confuse us in the chat. Hi, Mary. So hi, everyone in chat. But, oh, hi, Sue Clark. Didn't see you there. Who else is there? Anyone else who I might not have shouted out. But basically, and like I said, this is just me telling my story of what I know within me. Like, some of you will resonate, maybe some of you won't, but I'm just sharing my story. So, hi, Ali. I always call you Ali Cat. You know, I always call you Ali Cat Sky. So, I'll just pick my names for you. But Right, I won't get disturbed. So the mods let everybody know I'm on a roll, and I'm saying I after. But basically, a lot of you have seen me from the beginning go through my own shit and go through my own stuff, talk on here about whatever. It doesn't really matter. But I've always known what you put out is what you get back. Not always done it to the T, because we forget and we get pulled down by other people and other things and distractions and whatever. We all know that. But the time now, the time that we're in, I could say that 2020 was a fantastic year. Might not seem it to some. And 2021 is going to be even better than last year. Yes, I know we're in lockdown of the mindset, because that's all it is, and all this stuff's going on. You could say in the 3D. I understand that. Yes, it is affecting people differently, but personally, I've had the most biggest epiphanies, you could say, the biggest learnings in 2020 and now, which is really just knowing what I already knew. I'm bloody remembering what I already knew. And going back to the weekend of being around some younger people, a lot younger than me, you could say early 20s to, I don't know, maybe late 20s, maybe early 30s, but I'd say, yeah, early 20s and late 20s, I don't know. I'm nearly 44, so a lot younger than me. Now, I was hearing conversations, this was face to face, and I was having conversations with these young people. A lot of them were guys, and it was just all about mindset and, you know, how people think and what they do to try and get over things. Dolly, people will love the birds in the sky if they struggle to love the birds. So Dolly, please stay strong. Oh, thank you, Lisa. I do. I'm strong all the time, because I tell you why this goes into it. Because I choose to be. I choose to be. I choose to be the light in the dark. Because, and this is what I'm saying. So, and this is what I was trying to say the other day. The last conversation I had was about people going on about, well, I'm glad you're happy. It's like, yeah, because I choose to be. I choose to be in a happy frequency. It doesn't mean you don't have shit times, I've said this before, but you choose every minute of the second of the day what your reality is going to be, and you choose to move away from it. Not, it's a game of snakes and ladders, and that's how I see the quantum field. And every time you move up and move down, which, remember when I did this book ages ago, and we did this and we did the spiral up and the spiral down, I choose to look at that, go, I don't want to be a part of that, and if I'm ever in that, I'll move straight back up to that straight away as soon as I see that reflection of that. I don't want it. And I'm more in this than I am in that. This only pops up now and again, because the more you do it, the more you will reprogram your brain, and the more it will be just an instant reaction to just go back to the positive and out of the negative. So going back to the story, exactly, Janine, that's how it works. Yeah, so what's Rob saying? I was out for a bit last weekend. So many of the next generation talking of what we know. Yeah, and do you know what happened, Rob, at the weekend? A young lad came up to me, bless him, and a few months ago, one of the friends, and this is a true story, committed suicide. So they've been obviously upset about this and talking about these certain things and how people's mindset gets you in a certain state, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, all of that. But this young lad came up to me and said, oh, you're a bit spiritual, aren't you? And I was like, yeah, I'm into certain stuff. And he went, do you know about the 5D? And I was like, yeah, of course I know about the 5D. So we got chatting, and he was like, I can tell by your aura that you're right. I went, yeah. So we were talking about this, but a lot of people will talk about it, they'll know about it, but they won't put it into motion. Like, they like it, they want to be in it, they know a little bit of it, but they soon go back to sleep and get distracted again by, there's loads of distractions about us, as we know. You've got the news, you've got, you know, wanting to do other stuff, all the stuff like that, and they forget. Or it's your environment, as I've said, the people that you're hanging around with, the people that you're around, the things that you watch, the things that you listen to, the things that you feed your mindset with, the books that you read. Doesn't matter what you're doing, but whatever you feed your mind with. A lot of people have said, oh, you don't need to do this, you don't need to do that. You can do anything. You can read books, watch TV, whatever, but it's what you feed in your mind with. And it's especially in the environment and who you're attaching yourself to as well. They don't know where to go to talk about it. No, they don't. So, funnily enough, there's me. with these younger people. And then I had a conversation with somebody else who was in a bit of a state about something, and then somebody else, and it was like, yeah, I see what's going on, because we know this is the big split, and we know there's a lot of people feeling out of sorts. They're out of alignment with themselves. They're out of it. They're in balance. They're not in balance. They don't know how to get in balance. So I see all this all over, and obviously I see it in the 3D. I was out with real people face to face. So it's not just talking about something I've seen somewhere. It's talking to real people offline out there. So I know you'll all get what I'm saying. So anyway, then I was talking to two lovely people today, and we were just discussing, at the end of the day, you've got to realise that you are the quantum field. And to me, that just means you, as I said, a lot of you know, bring in the frequencies that you are and what you resonate with. If you're a negative person, you're going to bring shit negative experiences to your life, because that's what you're putting out. So you can't blame it on it, for that's what you're putting out, that's what you get back in. You're being positive, and 33 in chat and number 7, there you go. You'll bring positive things into your life. It's not a time span of when, because there isn't time, is there? They're just things will come in in different ways, different forms, that will resonate with what you're putting out. Hence, that's why I know I have such a beautiful chat with you guys, because it's what I put out is what I get back in the chat. We only have a few bridge dwellers, do you know what I mean? So, because they're not understanding the resonance, they don't come in with my resonance, because they're at a different resonance, and if we're higher, that's lower. So that's basically how I see it. So, and I said to this person, you can't control anybody. So you can't control a partner, you can't control your family, you can't control any of that. You can only control your quantum field. You can only control your mindset and put it back into resonance of what it is you wish to be. So when people say to me, oh, well, why are you happy? And I've said, yeah, I am happy. And it's not because I've got everything. I mean, I've got everything I need. I've got a roof over my head and food in my belly and shoes on my feet and clothes on my back. So, I mean, that is everything, isn't it? But the other things, yeah, there is other things that I'd like to have. And I know they'll come in at the right time for me, whenever that is. Because I'm putting that out there and working towards it. But I've said to people, I've known from years ago, when I was in a different resonance, I'm talking about years ago when I was younger, you go through all these experiences that make you learn. Hi, Astral Thief. Hi, everyone who's in chat that I've not said hi to yet. But you're learning all the time. So I've learned, at the age of now, nearly 44, that it is the energy you put out. And I know this because it's an experience. You only learn from your own experience. So I know that when I was younger, and you go out and you get drunk and you do all that sort of stuff when you're young, and you get drunk a lot more because your body can withhold it more than when you're older. You go out, you do things happen, you might say things to people, you get in an argument, and it's all this drama and everything, and then that's just a resonance, and you're pulling it more to you because you're doing more of it, because you're not learning how to control your emotions. And the emotions are energy. Emotion, we know this, but we say this, but we don't always do it, and we go, well, we know, but we don't do it. Being those who woke first meant that we had less folk to talk to, with hence the initial frustration. So nice having Yakata fam and more. Yeah, and I see a lot of that going on. At Rainbow Wizard, there were a lot of people that woke up years ago, but what I do see with some people is they're getting freaked out by the people waking up now. And I've always said, years and years back, a lot of people knew this, but the difference was there wasn't as many as there is now. So there's a lot of people talking about now, which is a good thing, more than ever, and it's only getting bigger and bigger. And it is the shift, it is the prophecies that are happening. A lot of people don't understand that, but, same here, Michelle. There's lots of funky energies about everyone's been talking about. I was talking to someone on the phone before, one of my trainers in something, and they said the same thing. Linda, don't know how I've only just found you. Oh, Linda, I found you after you did a video with Mark Atwood. You're like a breath of fresh air. Thank you, Linda. This is how I know, people resonate with what I say, and what I'm putting out is a good thing. You get other people out there who'll say different, but that depends where they resonate at. Because all I've learned, basically, especially in 2020, is that you've got to get your emotions in check and your monkey mind thoughts, which I'm going to read something out in a minute, that the cards that came out, because if you don't, that monkey mind will start taking over you, and that's not really you. And yes, you're allowed to feel your emotions, but you do not let them run away with you, because there's a lot of things you'll think out there that aren't actually you. And there's a lot of things that'll attach out there that aren't actually you. And I've said before, yeah, we all say it's like a game. I said, you take what you need, and you leave the rest behind. You take the tools that you need that help you along the way, and then you get rid of everything else. No attachment. And that's how manifesting works anyway. As soon as you don't believe it, or think where's it coming, or how's it coming in, and what time is it coming in, a bit like the 3D when people are asking about stuff, you've broken that link to what you were putting out. I know that, and that's why you'll find a lot of funky energies, as you like to say, coming at you, because they want to try and break you and break your link. But if you know this, you'll see them coming a mile off. And that's why I don't resonate with some people out there, because I can see it coming like a freight train. Do you know what I mean? And I just don't resonate with it. Yeah, that's the thing, Michelle, and I will say that if you're saying you're an empath, I was saying this to someone the other day, most of us are empathic. A lot of people go around going, I'm empathic. A lot of us are. A lot of us feel. You're human, you feel, you're human too. So what I would say, Michelle, is what you've got to do, hi Nicholas, what you've got to do is we all feel for others. That's why I got on YouTube, because I went through something and I felt for others and I didn't want people feeling like that. We think we can save the world. You've got to save yourself, basically, which will save others. It's a domino effect, like I said before. So, Michelle, I would say to you, yeah, for me personally now, yes, I feel other people. But at the end of the day, I'm here to feel into my feelings and not let them run away myself. Just like you might be saying, you get upset about other people. There's a lot of shit going on in the world right now. And it's going to get you upset because people are doing certain things and you don't want them to do this about different things that are going on. And you're like, why are they doing that? Do they not see? So what you've got to try and do is you've got to try and reel in your emotions, feel them, but don't let them run off. Don't get mad. Don't get mad. It's not about getting mad. It's about reeling them in and going into yourself and thinking, when someone does something to you or someone's doing something out there, like I said, my mum's took the you-know-what the other week and I weren't very happy about it. It's their choice. You can't control anybody else. If they can't see something, they can't see it. And normally that's because you could say, if they're in 3D and you're working yourself up to 5D, you're climbing them ladders, you're up there, you will see things from a different perspective that they don't see, and they can't see it because they won't raise the vibration. So it doesn't matter what you say from up here, they will not see it. If you get what I'm saying, they won't see it. So you've got to work on you, because then when you're happy, it does have a domino effect on everybody else. Yeah, no anger. That world out there wants us to go in anger. That world out there wants us to be like this, spiraling down. This is more the 3D. They want people in doubt, anger, hatred, guilt, fear, irritation, boredom, frustration, impatience, worry, rage, jealousy, insecurity, powerlessness. I see that about a lot. It's a lower vibrating energy. You can go there, but as soon as you go there, you've got to think, oh my God, that's not for me. Whoop, let me shoot back up. Let me shoot back up. Let me shoot back up in joy, love, passion, enthusiasm, hopefulness. Everyone going on about fake hope and all that. Yeah, well, they would say that, because a lot of people who say that go on about other stuff that's really like lower vibrating stuff that's all in fear and doubt and anger and all that sort of stuff. Freedom, empowerment, eagerness, happiness, optimism, positivity. You need a negative spark sometimes. Oh, I was writing on a thing about that. But you need to raise yourself up every time. So, to me, personally, this is how I do it. Evening, Dolly, and everyone in chat. I went through this many years ago, and I got to a stage where my energy was drained by some. Yeah, they do it. They see you as a light, and they try and come and drain you. I had to cut them off and end and then end for the good. Yeah, you do. You have to cut it off, and you have to get rid of that sort of attachment, and that's how you get through your you keep going through your quantum field. You are the quantum field, and you bring your reality in by getting rid of the things that you don't want. And that's why I've said to everybody, you've got to let go of the shit you don't need. So I would personally see it like, where is it? Ugh. I would personally see it. You're welcome. There's Eve. Got to send your thing off tomorrow. I would personally see it like this. Ladder or steps, yeah. ladder or steps, Jacob's ladder, I don't know. Snakes, so the serpent, the snake. So I would say, you're here. You could say 3D, say 5D's up here, whatever you want to call it. And you're, awareness, consciousness, you're like, oh yeah, just bobbing along, yeah, Jacob's ladder. And then you go, oh, I'm doing the things that I love. I'm doing the things that I love and focusing on the things that I love and doing all that sort of good stuff. And you start ascension up this ladder, happy, joy. There's people that are here that are like, ooh, don't really know, circling around. But sometimes people, energies, things come after you and you get drawn in by it and you go down that snake again, back down there. And then you think, ooh, and you might get a bit, but like you think, oh no, I'll pick myself up again. So you start moving up. So you do sort of blip in and blip out of 3D and 5D. But the more you realise that you get yourself back up that ladder, that step or whatever, the more you practice that, the more you'll be more in 5D than you will be in 3D, and the more it'll become automatic. We've been programmed to be in 3D because we've been programmed to stay in a low vibrating frequency of what I just read out, fear, guilt, all that of the lower spiral. Thank you, Rainbow Wizard. So the more you practice that of what I've been saying forever, of getting in your joy, whatever that is, not what anyone else's is, what yours is, connecting back to your higher self, and knowing this isn't really you when you go down here. Yeah, you're allowed to feel emotion. You can feel anger and all that, but as long as you snap out of it and go, oh no, that's not really me, whoop, going back up there, this will try to drag you down all the time. You will be doing this all your life, every single day, every minute is, oh yeah, ooh, I just said something to my partner, ooh, we weren't right, oh, sorry, yeah, that wasn't me, sorry, forget, like, move back up the ladder. It's a game of snakes and ladders, but there are a lot of people that don't move from here because they don't see it, and they will act like the snake, and they will try and get there to make you fall down that slippery snake, but you're going to be like, no, I choose the ladder. And this is why I say it's choice. Every time it's your choice where you move to. When you're in a negative energy, thought, whatever it is, move from it. If you don't, that's your choice. If you want to stay there for a day, for a week, do it. But you'll stay there longer and more things will come in that make you feel longer. And that's where I've always said, 45 in the house, that's where I've always said, that's when other things start to attach. So this is why I say you've got to be very aware of your environment, what's around you, in your house, what's going on, what you're watching, what you're reading, what you're eating, what you're looking into, the people that are around you, and the resonance that you're staying in. Don't stay in it too long. Move. Yeah, new systems. It's the structure you decide to stay in. And you can move from a different structure all the time to become the better you every day. So you can build a structure. You can build this structure. It's not very good pen, is it? Pen's going now. Right, can't draw them. Pen's decided to go. You can build this structure. This is your structure that you're building. But if that structure becomes something you don't want anymore, timber, get rid of it, move on, get another one in. Build another structure, build another whatever it is that you want to bring up that. I'd say master something. So that's what we're here to master, especially mastering our realms of consciousness. But talking about the things that you love, like I got that guitar a few weeks ago, master something. When you've done it, master something else. Move forward, learn something else. It's all about learning. The biggest thing I've learned in 2020, in 2021, is not to let other people's opinions, energies, or anything like that affect me, because I know who I am. I know I can shift my consciousness from 3D to 5D at any time I want. You can be in and out of it a little bit because you do get dragged down to it, and you will see the parallel right next to you, because I see it now. The parallel of what's going on. You're up here in 5D and then the next minute someone comes in and you're like, what? Am I in a parallel universe? Like, what? Why are they? What? And loads of people are asking me this now. Like I said, I was out at weekend face to face and I'm like, oh, so people are asking, but people don't know how to get there. And it's like, right, I mean, that's what we're all here for. All came in at different times. Doesn't matter where you came in and what happened. You came in at the right time you were meant to. So it's only people that affect me now, no longer other systems. And I don't have a choice all the time to deal with these people. So don't deal with them. You don't have to deal with them. All you have to deal with is with yourself. They need to deal with themselves. I have it all the time. You have people going on, you have energy in people, and you just don't deal with it because they need to deal with their own shit. A lot of people try and put their own shit on other people. I see a lot of that going about because they won't deal with their own shit, their own business. So yeah, this is great time to shed old energy. Yes, it is, Eve. That's what I was saying about the snake the other day on the other side of that, shedding your skin. Shed your skin all the time. And it's not a thing where you get to a certain level, because we're not above anyone, and you think that that's it. No, you'll ever be for learning. What you came in this world with, whatever trauma you came in with, that was to help you see, to help you try and see the contrast. I know now what I came through with an ex-partner and certain stuff that went on quite a few years ago now was me to get through that and to say no more and then move from that and then realise that when I used to get angry in certain things, not everyone's perfect. I didn't need to stay there. Yeah, fluctuations of waveforms. Exactly, 3D, 5D fluctuations. Exactly, and that's all it is. It's pretty easy. Hi, Mary and Maria. It's like, that's what people have got to understand. The more you fluctuate in or go into 5D and bringing in new programming to yourself, not anybody else's, your programming. You are sovereign. And more routines, bringing things in your routines, the more it'll become automatic than the ones that we've had before that we got taught that aren't true. We all know we've been taught shit by our parents, school and everything. That's nothing new. That is nothing new. Those that question you the loudest are those that need your experience most. Most just want to be heard. Exactly. So, yeah. Funny that, because you know who said that, those that shout the loudest. But, and that's what it is, and that's what I begin to learn, and that's what keeps me calmer, because there's a lot of people out there in your own lives that you'll find try and do stuff they're trying to get you to get a reaction, to get you into a negative state of being, because that negative state of being really isn't you, but that will drag you back down. And normally when you're shining your light is when most of that energy comes, because they don't want you to be shining your light. They don't want you to be moving on. We are learning to surf the energy waves. We definitely are. And I had a dream the other night, and oh God, it was so funny. I was telling someone today, and it went like this. And this was my interpretation, right? I was a cobbler, someone who fixed people's soles on the soles, right? In this little booth somewhere, there was loads of us. You might have all been in it, I don't know, but there was loads of us. And I was thinking, why am I a cobbler? Why would I be fixing shoes? And then I just thought, oh yeah, soles. Why am I fixing shoes? The bottoms of people's shoes. And then the next minute, we went on this walk because we were on a path and we were going on a journey. But when we started this journey, there was these railings, and some were thin and some were wider. No, some looked thin, and we scrolled through them, but there was some other women and men there that were a bit on the larger side, and they were like, oh my God, I can't get through these bars. But then another woman said, oh, hang on a minute, who was a little bit bigger, and she said, yeah, you can. She looked at it from a different perspective, and these bars were not as small as they thought. They were wider, so everyone got through them because they were looking from a different perspective to what some of us were looking at when they first went through it. But we were on the path, and I was making sure the soles on the feet, the shoes, were good enough for them to go on the path, if anyone gets what I'm saying. And that was my dream, and I woke up and thought, oh my God. Yeah, haha, keeping your ego in check. Yeah, so, but when I looked at it like that, I was like, oh, that's okay, being a cobbler, making sure people's soles on their shoes are all right so they can, go on the journey with no, hurting themselves with holes in the feet, helping them along on the journey. Fear is not real, exactly. Fear is simply the product thoughts that you create. Danger is very real, but fear is a choice. Exactly, and that's what I've been saying for ages, because, people put themselves in fear, and then they choose fear, and that turns into anger. That isn't happiness, and that's when people say, oh, how can you be happy all the time? You get a lot of people out there shouting out, oh, you're not happy, you can't be like that all the time. Oh, they got sort of positive chat, and it's like, well, yeah, you can if you choose to be. Every day you have to choose to be happy. I could have said it doesn't mean you don't have, you don't have a bit of a ding dong with your partner, or something doesn't happen, or you don't get a bit snappy with your kids, especially what's going on now. But it's your choice to go, oh, oof, that isn't me. Oh, that thought isn't me. No, that's not me, and take it somewhere else. Go and switch off and go and do something else that you love. Yeah, make a choice, but it still hurts. The thing is, Michelle, it hurts to see other people. It hurts me. It hurts me to see people in pain. I see it all over. I see it all over YouTube. I see it all over outside. There's people who are choosing to sit in this, but it's their choice. You can't do anything about it. And it's not nice, but that's what you've got to get used to. All you can do is you, and be the light. And hopefully, if people see you and they want to be more like that, then they'll take that inspiration to be more like that, and they'll ask you what you do. A friend said to me today something about how do I go about switching off. I said, look, if something happens in your day and a thought comes in, or you're thinking about someone and you don't want to think about it, all you have to do is go, right, I'm not thinking about that now. I'm going switching some nice music on while I wash the pots, whatever it is, or right, I'm going to go and get in the bath and forget about that and go and have a nice hot bath, read something good, put some music on, whatever it is that takes your mind off it, you go and do that, and you go and switch that frequency over. You're not staying in the frequency, that radio station that you're like, no, I'm not listening to that. I choose to switch the dial and go and do something else. That's all you've got to do. But I would say to Michelle in chat, it's not easy. You're learning how to do this. The more you bring it in and the more you do it, the more it'll come automatic. You won't even think about it that much. You'll sort of be resonating in 5D without even thinking about it. You're still going to see 3D and what's going on with the people, because we're seeing that it's a split. We're still seeing it because we're like flipping out, and it is so hard to see. But it's good to see in a sense, because we're seeing the contrast, and we're seeing how we've moved personally, how you've moved in your self-development, if you get what I'm saying, if that makes sense. Yeah, so I'm going to read out what the card said today. I'm going to read these out because they're just beautifully put together. So, we got the Sacred Rebels, and I'm going to read them out in the order they came out, not in the number order, but the order they actually fell out in. And it's really funny. So the first one that came out was, and I can tell you, I know what my thing on this, but I want to read you this out. So we got 31, which was trust yourself. You should always trust yourself. It's not about others. It's about you trusting your journey and yourself, and where you're taking yourself. But I'm going to read these out of the actual book because they're beautiful. So, yeah, lead by example. Thanks for the inspiration to quote. Yeah, lead by example. You can't tell anyone what to do. I've learned that. And you can't control anyone, only you. So you lead by example, and hopefully people will be inspired to do that. That's what we do. I watch people that I'm inspired by, and it inspires me to be more that way. So that leading by example, being the lighthouse, being the domino effect. I said when I first came on YouTube, one of my first videos, that if I just helped one person, which I know I've helped more anyway, that was good enough for me, because that's a domino effect. If that one person helps one person, helps one person, helps one person, helps one person, domino, ding, 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 ding. That's a lot of people. So you helping one person out there is a lot of people, because this is why I say when you keep out in a good frequency, you don't know who you're affecting in your outside life, and that affects someone else and someone else. Oh yes, I'll preach astral faith, because you know what I'm talking about, because you all resonate. So I'm going to shut up a minute, and I'm just going to read this out without getting interrupted. A good interruption. So, trust yourself. You are wise. You know how to grow. Even without knowing, you know. So, my title says, what does my title say? I knew before I knew what I knew, or what now, whatever it was. I already knew. We already know this, but we're just remembering. So, whatever the title is in the title, or whatever I put up. So, you knew how to grow. Even without knowing, you knew. Like the ancient forests, spectacular galaxies, and the acorn that becomes the oak. There is a natural intelligence for growth that is beyond logic and reason. Just happens. And I've always said, I don't have to be like what's logical and reasonable. It is just what it is. It just happens. Just happens. At the deepest levels, we are governed by the force that is so, is it palpable? Can't say it. It literally shapes the world. At the same time, it is so invisible that sometimes we forget its presence, and worry that our minds have to work everything out. No, they don't. For life to happen and for us to be all right, we cannot become unnecessarily anxious about our affairs and how life will unfold. You just let it unfold. This oracle brings the message that you are growing. You really are. Don't doubt it. Remember, don't doubt. Even if you don't see it yet, remember that so much is happening when the seed is still unbroken in the ground. Below the earth, it is summoning up all the might, power and force it needs to push above the top of the soil and burst out into the light. It is also essential for anything good to happen later on. Yet we don't see any of that. We just have to trust that things will happen when the time is right. A bit like the thing that I put up today. The thing that I put up today with my orchids. They're growing, and every time I catch them, I won't look for a while, and then they'll have budded, and I'm like, oh my God, I wasn't staring at it, waiting for it to happen. I'm like, oh my God, it's so beautiful. You are also being asked to trust yourself. You know how to grow. This is why I say no one else gets to tell you. You know how you grow. Don't ever think things. It won't help you. I don't think. So when people say I don't think about it, just don't think about it. Don't worry so much. You are doing a great job in this game of life. When you trust yourself, you relax, and you can heed your own wisdom, insight and messages much clearly and easily. This oracle comes with particular guidance. You have the big destiny this lifetime and much to experience. Sometimes you make the error of judging something that is unpleasant as negative or a mistake. It isn't. It's just part of your great hunger for experience. It doesn't mean you have to have a lot of it, but when you do, don't shame yourself for it. Simply let it be. Maybe it's just a fertilizer for your next step on the path. It's all about part of your life process, and it's all about a sign of growth. It's all about growth. This oracle is also telling you not to resist any points of instability in your life. This even applies to your most treasured relationships or creative projects. The instability is just a growing pain because more consciousness, more love and more light wants to infiltrate and pervade all of parts of your life. The instability is not a sign of sickness but of growth. Don't fret, instead choose to flow and grow, as we all know, as we've all been saying. And that was that one. So that was that card. And then the one that came after that was, I think it was this one? Yeah, Come to Life. Now, I knew what this was straight away. We've got the checkerboard thing in the background, the game of life. We've got this monkey, which I assumed with monkey brain. We've got a little bird and a snake, but I'm going to read it out because it was brilliant. So, where is it? What number was that? So I'll come back in chat when I've read it out. Back in half an hour. Oh, I'll still be here most likely. You know what I'm like. Right, Come to Life. So, I'm just going to get a drink on my chamomile. Hi all, just got home from work. Hi Laurie and anyone else who's just jumped in. So, read this next bit. So, yeah, listen to this one. So, I'll just show you that picture again. Hi, Ordinary Bear. So, you are the most sacred of all sacred artworks, you. You are bringing yourself to life now, and this is how it must be. Of course, something being essential doesn't mean it will always be easy. You must support yourself and have courage during this process. Your monkey mind, is not to run the show. It might have a lot to say, and at times it seems very convincing, but it is not the one in charge. That's why I said you've got to get in charge of your realm of consciousness. Your mindset is the most important to be getting a grip of right now. Your mind can inspire you with ideas. However, it is the real you that speaks through your rebellious, sacred heart, and it's living your life, not the monkey mind. The mind is not much more than a swirling canopy of habitual or something reactions. That's all it is. Beneath thoughts, there is a deep, central, creative and energetic awakening happening to you. It is so far beyond what the mind is now capable of controlling. Others might not like it because it shakes things up. No shit, Sherlock, that's why you've seen a lot of people. It shakes things up. Coming to life tends to do that. However, it is happening now, and the only real choice you have to make is how to deal with it. Like I said, You have to deal with your own energies and your own mindset and your monkey mind and tell it to do one, basically. Shut up. You're not in charge. I'm in charge. You're not. This is, you ain't. Go and sit down. Get on the naughty step. Coming to life means feeling. It might bring you joy, but it could equally bring sadness, rage, or fear. It could bring all of these things and more. Feelings will come and go quite swiftly when allowed to flow. So do you want to keep it, or do you want to let it flow and jog on and move forward? You might need to paint. Remember when I was going on about painting, doing things and getting in flow? You might need to paint, right? Enact a ritual, sing or dance your feelings to help the energy flow. This is why I'm always going on about it. Don't hold back. Create the space for yourself to do it. In this process, you are uncovering the artistry of the universal creator. You are honouring the sacredness, because you are your creative, your reality, of the life by exploring it without resistance, and that includes the flow of your feelings. You don't have to do anything with them other than express. You may want to analyse, or you may not. It doesn't matter. What matters is that you are getting in touch with the feeling. Learning how to access your feelings allows you to learn how to access your intuition, creative inspiration, and genuine internal guidance. These aspects of flow from the same place and are often crouched within your feelings in the form of emotions as well as physical sensations. The journey underneath the mind and into the central emotional connection with your feelings, emotions, and body is for a sacred purpose. It is a part of your path. You are one of the sacred but powerful minority that have chosen to come into the body, in the physical body, and live consciously within it. That may seem like it's that may seem like it applies to everybody, but when you experience it for yourself, you will realise that this is actually rather rare. Oh yes, it is, when you're looking at others sometimes. There are plenty of bodies without a spirit, as we know, really residing within, to care for, love and honour them as a sacred animal. Fortunately, this minority is powerful enough that it can keep human culture in balance, but only just. We need every single one of us that is capable, and that's what's going on now, to be aware of the task, move beyond the mind into the body. This is especially so if you have drawn the oracle of beyond the mind, the heart beats. You may feel drawn to read the guidance of the oracle. Once you have completed the healing process below to support you on the part of your life path, to come into your sensuality, you will need to anchor your experience. You may be blessed with the relationships that are conscious enough to be interested in your journey. That's why I'm blessed with you lot in chat, and you're blessed with everybody in chat, in a constructive rather than controlling or undermining way. If so, talk, converse, share. If not, then you will need to be more resourceful in how you support yourself through your awakening process. At least until you attract some more conscious connections into your life. Now, I know I'm doing this because of the conscious connections I get in my chat and around me in real life and everywhere else. You are what you put out. At least until you attract some more conscious connections in your life. It is likely that the connections are already on their way just because you are working with the energy of this oracle deck. This is especially, and I'm talking about energy anyway, so if you also have drawn the conscious connections or collaborative dreaming card, this is just going on about cards now, but basically you can support your own process by scheduling time for yourself and keeping to it like you would the most important date and destiny. So get to writing in your journal, which I'm always saying. I said that to someone today as well, 2 people today actually. Do your dances, paint your pictures, create your creations, be kind to your body, listen to it and let it be alive. Even in the times of pain, know that there will also be ecstasy and bliss as the process of healing and awakening continues, because it always will do. The message of this oracle is, Be alive. Don't imagine you can go back to sleep. You are too awake for this now. There is no falling back into the old ways. If you do so, it will be short-lived and won't feel the same as it used to. You may grieve this. You will certainly eventually celebrate it. You have crossed the threshold. Oh yes, you have. From an old way of being in an old life, and try as you might, you cannot return. It is better to let it go. Grieve if needs be, celebrate if needs be, or do both and move on to this move on in this moment. There is another adventure awaiting for you. You need a deeper connection to your own instincts, body, feelings and intuitions, so that you can receive this new calling. You can trust in it to embrace it, and it will always embrace you. And that's for you on your journey. No one else is there to tell you how to do it. You do it. So that was that card. I can see you're all loving it, loving it, loving it. And then the last one, I think that came out, was it that one? Which was funny. Well, it's not a coincidence, is it? Where's that one gone? Was, you know, the thank you, Leona. The last one was, like I said in the title, and this is 22, she feels she knows. Well, I've always known. Don't mean I was always doing it, but I always knew. And this one, I'm going to read out the last one. An illumination is erupting from within you. Remember, these were my readings, but they're gonna resonate with all of you, because this is what was going on within a lot of you. An illumination is erupting from within you as a vision that is bringing what was once obscured into clarity. This is not likely to happen as a blinding, shocking insight, but as more as a softer, gentle knowing. You just know what you know. You can't explain it, you just know what you know. It is like knowing something without understanding exactly when or how you came to know it. And people have said this to me in the past, and like, well, how do you know? And I'm like, I just know. They want to know the ins and outs of your arsehole and everything. That's what I always say. And I'm going, I don't know. I just know. I can't explain it to you. I just know. It's just a knowing. This insight will assist you. A gentle knowing. It's like knowing something without understanding exactly when or how you came to know it. You know, you don't need to work everything out. This insight will assist you, and you are asked to honour it. You will know which insight it is at the right time. Your heart will tell you. Your heart will tell you. You are therefore being asked to rely upon the clarity that is coming to you now, or has just recently. Gently but firmly, from the place of knowing, intend to act and take your next steps forward. I've been saying that's all about action now. All about action. This oracle, big grin on my face right now, fam. Whoop, whoop. Good. That's what it's all about. This oracle comes to you with the guidance, particularly about long range or long-term developments. Something that is far bigger than the immediate solution, issue or moment of importance. Although you will only have a dim sense of that possibility at best, the situation you find yourself in right now may not be the one of joy, but in time you will understand more of the bigger picture. You will come to see why things are happening as they are, and how you are being helped on the next stage of your path. Even though it may look like an obstacle right now, you are being asked to think in terms of long-term happiness. Sometimes this warrants change or even temporary restrictions in the short term. If you can't see how the present can possibly become that you sense the future to be, this message is especially relevant. Through the natural processes of transformation, because that's what we're all going through, great leaps are indeed possible. You simply must be prepared. Surrender into the process with absolute trust. This oracle brings you significant guidance. The situations in your current life are particularly, geared towards towards a more significant manifestation that is coming to you according to your life path and purpose. And you've got to know what yours is. It's not anybody else's. Get out of anybody else's business. This is a stage of preparation and of building a foundation that will hold you strong and centered as your creative journey unfolds and your life path becomes becomes ever more brilliant and luminous. So keep plugging away, remain patient, but most of all, be hopeful and trust in the light you sense ahead of you. For it is a light that is within you, simply revealed more fully, and all that is happening now is happening to that end. That's all I can say. Because she feels and she knows. And I had to read them out in the actual book because they're beautiful. Do you know what I mean? So I knew you'd all love that, and that's why I wanted to share with you what I've just brought tonight, because you know we've got to keep reminding ourselves of this, because like I said, there's a lot of shitty energy going on out there right now. There's a lot of stuff that's going on in 3D. People are trying to pull you back down into 3D. We do go in and out of both, but it's just remembering to get back in 5D. To me, that's basically it. Just keep remembering, it doesn't matter if you have a bad day. Just get back on it. Get back on it. Who's in chat anyway? So what did you all think of that? Tune in, tune up, high resonated group. Yes, exactly. And that's why I've seen a lot of people. There's a lot of naysayers out there, and they don't like it when people have positive chats, chats in chat, live chat. And it's like, what? That's because we choose to. There's too much negativity going on in this world, and we don't want to be part of it. We look at it, you can be there sometimes, but you don't have to stay in it. It's all choice. I so needed you today, Dolly, and here you are. Oh, thank you, Linda. Well, when I come on, I just feel the need to come on. I'm absolutely knackered because I had a knackering weekend, but I just felt the need to come on. So I did, because I felt it was a message. When it comes in, I have to put it out. Yes. Just know, and can't explain it to others. It's just to be felt and learned. Exactly. And the people who know this, who resonate, will resonate because they know exactly what you're talking about. They don't have to understand. They know exactly what you're talking about because they resonate on that resonation, and they understand. You know, it's sometimes you can't explain it. Some people explain it in big, long words. That's why certain people out there, more like the higher up people, you know, will do it in big words and things. It puts people off and they don't understand it. And then everyone's like, what? I didn't understand it. You just innately know inside yourself anyway. Thanks, Indigo Rays. Some people would say that. Soul leg. I've been supposedly wanting to paint for years, over 10 years, and failing, putting it off, etc. Hopefully soon. Do it now. Get that paint on the paper, woman. Get it on there. Just get it on. Don't even think about what you're drawing. Just make a mess. The mess is art. Mess isn't mess. It's just do it. Stop being in fear. Just do it and just keep practicing and you'll get better. That's what I've done. Talking about painting, Susie. I have got to sort this out next. I've got to do that. You know, that ended up, that was like, that didn't even look, that was just one big whatever it was. And then it turned into an elephant because I sat there and thought, when I painted that, it was just a blur of whatever. And I thought, well, I'm just going to trust myself. I know through my higher self that that's going to come out as something. I trust the process. As I said, painting's like life. It's a process. Many different layers on that canvas. Many different layers. But I didn't get attached to the layers on that painting because my fella, when they saw me doing bits of it, said, oh, you've just done that layer and I like that one, but you've just painted over that bit. Don't you like that bit? And I was like, I'm not attached to it. And this is like life, don't get attached to everything. It's like my new fella. I don't get attached like I used to. I don't think, oh, this might happen in the future with me and him. We might do that. I don't think anything. I think anything. I just think when we're in the moment, and I'm enjoying that when we're there together or whatever. And that's it. I haven't got an attachment. It's just, yeah, this is today. I haven't got an attachment to tomorrow yet because tomorrow's not here yet. I'm in the now. So when people get anxiety thinking about what's coming to, I don't think like that. I just don't think. I just go and do something, you know. Fam, I have had a great news today. We are having a festival in August. I would love to invite you all to our... Oh, are you? Ooh, I'll tell me fella. He's into festivals. Email me. Oh, email me. So wanting to get somewhere. It depends how flights are going on and all that, because I'm not having a jibby joodah to get there. That I will tell you that, though, with all that shitty shite going on. So if we could, I would. Can you get there by boat? Do you have to do that as well? Email me, anyway, about that. You never know. Beautiful sister, you have been a beacon of light and love. Sharing your journey helps others feel comfortable and confident in their paths. Thank you. I think that's supposed to say creative writer. I don't know if you knew or you've come under another name. Yeah, and that big slogan there that I got banned for the other week. What? Thank you. And this is all I've tried to do. You know, I have naysayers out there, they're saying this, that, and the other, and it's like all I've done is come on YouTube to talk about what I've learned and what I've gone through, you know, or whatever time I went through. And if people don't like that, it's tough titty ass to them, isn't it, at the end of the day? I know the people that I've helped, Hi Sue. I know the people, you know, that I converse with. I know what people say in live chat and what people say after. I'm not interested in naysayers. I don't resonate with that, you know, that energy. It's like I say, you're helping one person, you're helping a lot because that other person can help another person. Something made me buy a load of watercolour paints a few weeks back and now I can't stop painting. Just used acrylics and all. Good. Fantastic. I'm glad you're all getting in that creative flow. It's brilliant, isn't it? And it's something to take your mind off things, you know, that's going on now in the outside world, getting your creative flow. That's what we really are. No jobs and no more COVID tests, don't like that. No, not doing any of that, not doing any of that. I wish I could have a thunderstorm in my neck of the woods. But yeah, I'm glad to the people who are, you know, getting more creative. And, you know, I've had friends saying, oh, they've got the journal books. I said, you need to start writing in them now. That's a good way. I've cried all day and the first thing I saw was you, Dolly. You have a good fam here. Thank you, we do, Linda. But just know, Linda, whatever you're going through, you're allowed to feel it. You're allowed to grieve. You're allowed to whatever. You just don't have to stay there. As long when you feel right, come from it, move forward, rise up and do your thing. But don't ever think that you can't feel certain things. You're here to feel, but not, you're here to learn so that you don't have to stay in it. You know, it's all choice at the end of the day. But that's why I come on. So people can see, you know, we resonate with certain stuff and people are going through things like Red Pill Phil, who's been doing the chats over there and letting people talk about what they're going through. 8 inches of snow in Texas, no way. Yeah. Yeah, and like Leona said, it really is an emotional time as well, feeling more sensitive. Everybody's, and this is why there's a lot of people, you know, there's a lot of energies attacking other people. There's a lot of people attacking other people because it is very emotional. And there's a lot of things going on. A lot of people aren't understanding themselves. A lot of people, like I've always said, from 2020, especially, you know, we go into lockdown, which I say lockdown of the mind. A lot of people, you know, have been in and they've had to like reacquaintance themselves with the self. They don't know who they are. They've had to sit with themselves. They've had to like get to know themselves again. And a lot of people don't know who they are because they haven't had the other distractions and maybe mates and things around them they were doing stuff with. So a lot of people have not like actually sitting with themselves because they don't know what to do. They don't know how to, they don't know how to entertain themselves without the entertainment that was there before, if you get what I'm saying. I've been with you since I found you, and I usually lurk some name but different accounts. Folks new to the movement are still finding you, so that's good. Oh, are they good? Yeah, because I don't put a lot of that out on my on the titles now because I got banned the other week for mentioning that letter because you know what the media are like at the minute. So, but I know there's still a lot of people coming through it, but what people have got to understand with that movement is it is more than what people think it is, and it's a movement away from fear and anger and stuff. People get angry when they first go through the rabbit holes, but I came through it all, and I know it's much, much more to do with connecting to your higher self. When you go through all that, you'll start connecting that way. That's what happened to me. But yeah, number 17, but I know it's more than people know it is. More quantum as well, so I know it's beyond that as well. A lot of people in that movement haven't come away from certain things and don't know it's more than what they think it is. A lot of people out there think it's the movement from years ago called Anonymous. It's not. It's nothing to do with that. That's why the media shout out QAnon when actually it's nothing to do with that. It's not the same thing. That Anon isn't you. So, Oh, no, don't worry about that. Yeah, but it was in the title, you see, so that's that. They get you there. You know, the title. What everyone else saying? Send you healing, Linda. Yeah, send anyone healing who's feeling down. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, Sue, it's from Morrison's. You know what I'm like? And I saw it to keep my drink hot because I get yakking in here. And it's not hot. And I thought, oh, it's like chakras, but the other way around. Because this is where we're coming from. You're trying to come from your lower chakras down to your higher chakras, even though they should be the other way around. Getting them into balance. It doesn't mean these are bad. It's just a lot of people are in balance. And you're more coming from, see, imagine this the other way around. Because your crown chakra's purple. Your heart chakra's green. So you're trying to me, raise your vibrations over, you know, above your heart is to me like your higher self. This is like the lower, you know, the lower realms of consciousness that way. You know, moving up all the time. Yeah, journey, don't stop believing. Oh yeah, don't stop believing. Me been too following Dolly since her Tommy day. Oh, have you really, Lizzie? Since Tommy? Well, yeah. See, some people think I only came in at a certain point, and I'm like, no, I came in ages ago, a few years back, came through the Tommy Robinson thing. That brought me on to the next thing that my dad told me about, and then got into everything else, even though I knew about a lot of stuff of the other stuff way back, but then brought me back into it and back onto that path again, which was brilliant, really. Upside down, isn't it? Yeah. So it's mad. It's nice to see though people who are saying, I didn't even know that, Lizzie, that they've been either keeping an eye out or have seen me since Tommy days, because that was ages ago. I used to get a lot of strife with that, but you know, you had short hair when I first. Yeah, I did have short hair. That's when I did. Changed a lot since then, but that's what you're supposed to do. Yeah, I don't say much, but I am it. Yeah, well there you go, Lizzie. It's nice to see that there are people still who know what I was doing then, and you've probably seen me evolve in everything I'm talking about. Got angry for some things through the journey, got a bit pissy panty with people, like you do, got a bit triggered, and have come through it all. And I am more of a calmer person than I used to be, and that's what it's all about, growing and growth, and heading that way. And I see that in myself, so that's why I say I don't tolerate certain things. That there's tolerating stuff, there's shouting people out, there's tolerating people in not tolerating people in a certain ways where you can respond but you don't react with anger. Do you know what I mean? A lot of people react with anger, or they'll do something because they want you to react with it, and they will goad people. And I just don't. You know, I can make a response, but I don't. I don't do that. Don't go after people like that. It's just lower vibrating energy, and it's not the way to go, really. Your past videos help me see where I'm headed, and that's a blessing. I'm glad, Michelle. See, you beautiful people in chat, I know when I come in here, even if it's just a couple of people saying something, yeah, growth is a beautiful thing. It is that, you know, you see that and you're saying that, so I know I'm doing something right because you're seeing that within yourself, which is just helping each other. Light energy continues to grow, folks continue to awaken, the matrix. Exactly, creative writer, and that's what's happening. There's a lot of people out there that don't get it. They're so stuck up their own ass about ages ago, and it's like, people are still awakening, so what helped them through it, you know, but everyone's doing it in their own way. Everyone resonates with where they want to resonate with, and you've just got to do what you do, you know. And it doesn't matter how anyone else is doing it, you do it your way and just keep raising your vibrations. This is what the ascension is about, 5D. This is what, you know, everyone thought they were going off planet. Oh, well, yeah, we're going off. But it's like, no, you're raising your consciousness. You're taking you to a 5D consciousness. This is why I know for the fact, I don't care what anyone else says out there, when I'm connecting to orbs, and I'm not talking about pieces of whatever, because that's in the space around you anyway. Those ones that flash and come in that are orbs, that are, you could say, spirit realm, non-physical. They're non-physical. They're not physical like us. They're not dense like us. Plasma, or whatever you want to say it is. They are plasma. So are we. But they resonate at a higher frequency, and they come in, and it's people who do that who are vibing at a different frequency, a higher frequency, because they can come in and connect at that frequency. They don't lower themselves too much to come here because it's too dense at the minute. But they don't. It doesn't look like us because it's not a physical. We're physical beings. They're you know, they're not physical, so they don't communicate the way we do. Your evolution reflects what we've all experienced. Those from the beginning are in a similar place. we've been bestowed with this gift to help others. Exactly. And that goes on and on and on and on. But there are more people waking up than there ever was. Yeah, and Lois has put coffee donations in there if anyone wants to make a coffee donation. But there also is, I don't always shout it out, but Super Chat is in chat as well. I think it is. And that's just there for an exchange of energy. Because that's all it is at the end of the day. And it's a llama. Woo! Didn't even see that. That's funny. Hi Dolly, loving the new. Hi Dolly, loving the life. I'm going to start upsetting YouTube soon. I'm going to start going live. I have a channel, so come here. So come here. Here comes Jim. Oh, we'll have to be checking that out. Are you upsetting people in a good way or what? Energy and vibrations, we are all one. Exactly, and that's all we are, energy. And that's why you've got to protect your energy as well, because there's a lot of people buffering about in other people's, trying to buffer people's, next door, like buffer the little universes up, buffer up to people's Taurus fields. It's like, bog off, you're not coming disrupting my form of energy, not listening. So fingers in your ears job and all that. That's all you've got to do. Oh, I tell you though, but like I said, I've been looking about. I was out this weekend. I was around younger people, and they know, but they're not. They don't know how to get on it. They don't know how to. They talk about it. They talked about 5D, and they're like, yeah, but I don't know. But you go through that, don't you? You go through all that. Well, each to their own. You gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta do what you feels right. What feels right for you anyway. Back in 2011 or 2012 in December, I had a huge big blue light ball come into my bedroom during a time I was trying to convince my son to stay home during a bad winter storm. He saw it too and felt it. Yeah, I mean, a lot of the orbs I've seen are blue, but they're mainly bright white light when they've got like geometric shapes in them, frequency, lights, sound, all that sort of stuff. But yeah. And they're still there, they come in all the time, and it's like I say, if I'm in a higher frequency, those higher frequencies come in, they can only meet at a higher frequency. They're not gonna come to dense, really dense and it's funny because people who will say, oh, it's not this, they're not gonna think that, because they're not on that frequency with it. They're not gonna see it, no matter what. And there's a lot of people still like that now with what's going on in 3D. There's going to be a lot of stuff being shown, what's going on out there, and people are just not going to believe it because they're just like, it's hard. Oh, we did stay home. That's good then. So how have you all been feeling anyway? At this weekend, I couldn't say this week, it's Monday today, but where's me thingamajiggy? Hi, beautiful family. Have a very big day tomorrow. Yes, you do. And a lot of prep to do. So good night. Much love and brightest blessings. Always see you all soon. Yep, I know you're up to something really good tomorrow. So enjoy that. And thanks for coming in. And I'll see you soon. Speak to you after your thing. That's great. So yeah, before I go, how is everybody anyway? Saw a huge green orb while I was driving over the mountains here one night. It's good. Lately I've had some objects disappear and appear again in a couple of days later. My guides told me they would be returned to me. This doesn't surprise me, but it still blows me away. Blows me away all the time. I'm always in awe, every time, which is the best way to be as well. Many blessings to you. You're right, frequency is why it's hard to reach some. All we can do to help others spread the light. Exactly. And that's why I'm always saying to people, you just go and do something you love, and that raises your frequency. And if you can keep doing that and remembering every time you have a bit of a down day or a down thought or a thought that isn't even yours, just going, I'll think of something. What makes me happy? I'll go and think of that. What makes me happy? I'll go and do that. No matter where you are, work, not at work, at home, around a few bad people, sometimes you're in them situations, depending, just think, I'm not letting that come in. Oh, I'm going to go for a walk at my dinner. I'm walking away from that and moving away. I just choose to not to be in that energy right now, choose to not listen, Why watch the TV if it's making you feel like crap? I don't watch it. Just go, oh, is it? Too unearthed? Well, there's a lot of things going on there. Acquitted. Know what I'm saying? Well, watch this space, that's all I'm going to say. I'm very in sunny California, excited about what's coming. Yeah, I'm excited about what's coming. It's like we say, we know you can't put a time and date on it because that's not how it works. We're just patient. We know. There's a knowing. Practical tips for kids and husband on a different frequency support them, but give them space. I do that, yeah, because me and my fella are a little bit on different thingies, but we support, but he's got his own space and I've got mine. And that's why, funny enough, I was saying today, Rose Garden 45, that there's some things I do, higher Anne-Marie, that I do sacredly for myself, meaning, yeah, I need to make some more of these. These are all handmade, and I will be making some more of these and putting them up on my Instagram. A few more things coming in. I wasn't really working on anything for a few days, so yeah, I give him his space and he gives me mine, and that's what's good because we support each other. We don't have to be on the same exact thing, but I'll go and do my thing. And I was saying to my friend today, you've always got to have sacred time for yourself, which to me is, if I'm doing something and my little routines that I'm trying to change up, because we need this change, change something up so it's different. You could be like, I pull my cards in the morning, there's a certain thing I might do a little, every other day. I do my gratitude book, little things, and I need to do them to get me in that mindset. He does his thing and I do mine. You can't be under lock and key with each other all the time and stuck to the hip and not doing things that you love as well. You've got to do your own little thing as well. Yeah, spring is on its way, and I said that today. Someone said, look, spring is on its way, and then we go into summer. People feel a lot more better when there's sunny weather, even if we're still in this crappy thing that's going on, which is going to start deteriorating because we all know it's bull crap, and different countries are saying, get lost, we're going out, places are opening. So we know it hasn't hit the UK properly yet, but it is all over the world. Whatever, it doesn't matter, it's coming, but I'll be in the garden, sorting my garden out. I can't wait. Hi, Phoenix. So I can't wait. That's what I'm looking forward to. Flowers, the birds singing, butterflies. I'm not thinking about all the other stuff everyone else thinking about. I'm thinking about that sort of stuff. I've been looking into prophets. Like Kim Clements is the best. Oh, I don't know what you're talking about. Knew that Mr. T. Oh, yeah. Last trumpet we're playing, all that's all I'm saying. He's great. Absolute great. And the thing is, the prophecies as well. Hope, prophecies, it's all now. It's all happening now. This is it. Forget 2012. That's when things started to change. I had to laugh at a few people about that sort of stuff. It was hilarious. Oh, we're going off planet. We're going to wake up. It's like, it's your conscious realms, people. Your conscious realms. I'm getting a bit frustrated being stuck in Surrey, built up on an overcrowded, need escape to the countryside for a few days. Yeah, do what you can, If you can escape for a little bit. Even you can just find a spot in your area that no one really goes to, off the beat, off the walking track, and just find somewhere special, where you can go and chill. Spring is sprung, yeah, and there's lots of flowers been coming in a lot earlier as well, so that's been good. Maskless since, I've been maskless since the beginning, just acted just as usual, Perhaps moving to a higher vibration, the veil is lifting, Janine, it will all dissolve soon. Yeah, it will. We don't put a date on it, but we know it's coming, do you know what I mean? So, it's like I said, it's all being played out the way it should be. I don't fear it. We got, it's that saying, isn't it? The people can't be told, they've got to be shown for a little while what they were going to bring in, and then, it's all the breakdown, it's all the worldwide awakening of the worldwide, what would you say, Dark Night of the Soul, basically. Those that haven't gone through it yet. I cannot wait for spring. I know. I can't wait. But while we're sort of waiting, we're not waiting, keep yourself focused on you. And do you. And bring in the things that you love and so on and so forth. How do you go on going in Morrison's? Do you ever... Sue, I've never worn a mask in Morrison's. I've never worn one. I've had an exempt card that you can get anyway. I've had that for ages, but I didn't need to use it. I just walk in. They actually just say you're exempt. Never asked me. They've only started asking me recently. So if they think I'm starting wearing one now, they've got another thing coming. So no. And there's a few people in there that don't now. We're all just like, so my friend in there the other day, we were talking to each other in Morrison's, having a yak while everyone stood behind us going, oh, I was like, you know what I mean? Like, thought you were safe with that on. What you worried for? No, never worn one. Won't ever wear one. Yeah, so each to their own. That's all I'm saying. You know, each to their own. Got to be strong in what you believe in. You know, that's what I believe in. I'm not gonna do it. Are they? As long as you got one of them who just say except they can't do nothing. It's not a law. Do you know what I mean? It's a guidance. It's not a law. When people look into it, know your rights. It's people are starting to see anyway. Yeah, as people awaken and see revelations for what it is, their end, not ours, worldwide. Yeah, exactly. They've always said it's the end of the world. It's not the end of the world. It's the end of the world for them as they've known it. Our time now. Someone was singing that the other night at the Goonies. It's their time up there. It's our time down here now. It's our time now. About time as well. Do you know what I mean? So that's why I don't fear what's coming, because I'm not saying there's not going to be a lot of hoo-ha and people still losing the shit because the mindsets aren't balanced and they're going into fear of certain things. So you are going to see all that. So that's the parallel split going on. You can still see it and you feel like you're in a parallel universe because you're gone in 5D again and you're like, I'm not. Like, people will moan about stuff and you go, well, I'm not seeing that. I'm not even going through that. Like, you're going through that? I'm not going through that. I've seen it today. It's like, oh, right, yeah, the tide is turning. Big tsunami coming, people. Yeah, they will struggle in the heat. Exactly. That's why it's disgusting, you know, what they're trying to make people do. God-given fresh air. God-given fresh air. God-given fresh air. Breathe in that fresh air, people. But we all know what that's about, like I said, so I don't get too enthralled in all that because I just don't. So what I'm going to do before I go is I'm going to have a look in one of my decks. I'm going to have a look. At my Cosmic Tarot. Remember, I'm doing a tour on this at some point this week. Don't know when. It'll be a long one because I've got quite a lot. But this is how I connect to certain things. People connect in different ways. It's all alright. Let me see. We've got these right way round. Don't know. I did mine this morning. Age of Aquarius, yes. Flooding, not information, yeah. People getting their mindsets right. Oh, thank you, Nick, for the super chat. Thank you. It's a spiritual war between fear and facts. It is. You know, this is what I'm saying. A lot of facts that are coming out. What was it? The rapper Tom McDonald said, facts don't care about feelings. You know, people are not liking the facts that are going to come out, are going to get I'm getting offended. It's like, well, you're going to have to get offended then, aren't you? But it is a spiritual war. It is a spiritual war, and that's why I've got to raise your vibrations. Exactly. How bad will the sheep feel when they realise the mass with it? I know, and this is the thing you're going to see and be like, well, you know, it's like I said, I'll show you. In my light deck, these came up today. Yeah, it's a battle for your mind, exactly. Mind, body, soul, the battle for your mind, mindsets. That's why I said it's not been a lockdown, it's been a lockdown on people's minds. So, but what came out today was healing, as we all know. We're all healing, we all need to heal. Wellness in your well-being. And then the last one that came out was soulcraft. Lovely. What can you soulcraft? What are you soulcrafting? Like I said before, What you're putting out, you will receive back. So all the negative people out there who like to do the negative stuff and go about negative things in negative ways, you'll just create more negative. You know, what you put out is what you bring in. Your soul knows what you're doing, and that is a blueprint, and knows when you're lying as well. So, you know, if you keep bringing things in, you've got to look at something within you. And you've got to let go. They might as well wear them over their eyes. Yeah, exactly. Oh, there's one that's come out. Ooh. Right, that was way too many that just plopped out. Like, I don't think we need all them. We just need 1, 2 or 3. Be here all night. Maybe 2 more. Oh, there we go. Oh, I've got that today. Oh, let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I was going to go for 3. I got 4. I put that one as the overall energy. So we got the Emperor, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Devil. And then we got the 4 of Wands. But you see, this to me just comes across as very there's a lot of men out there that need to step up to the emperor ways. You can get the Empress card as well, but the Emperor ways. But he's to me, that's all mastering your mindset as well. Mastering, you know, you can be the emperor, you know, the empress of your realm, but you've got to master these you know, your mindset and your energies and all that sort of good stuff. And if you can do that, you know, the Emperor may have a lot of money like a king, and that's what the Ace of Pentacles are. Coins, money, abundance, but it's the Ace of Pentacles. So you can bring a lot of abundance in when you start, you know, mastering your, yeah, we're trying, mastering your minds, and bringing in, you know, your riches to you. And what you put out, abundance. You put a lot of abundance out, you give in, and that sort of work that you do, you'll bring it in. The pentagram, earth, air, fire, water, and spirit. You know, the ether, connecting to all that as well. But you have got to master it, because this devil, you know, if you look at the stars upside down, as we know, because they revert everything, the devil is a trickster. That's why when you see the pentagram upside down, it's a trickster. Democrats have it that way. We all know that. The other way around's the right way. They revert everything. It's a trickster. You know, it's a puppeteer. Are you going to break yourself away from them chains? You know, that's the materialism. If you can break yourself away from that, it's your choice, because he really doesn't have to make domain over you. It's are you understanding that these energies can take over, like we said before. If you're not moving from 3D, you know, you could say the material world, to 5D, and coming away from that sort of people using your emotions, people using you to get into things, because that's what that card's all about. But you can choose to break free from them chains, that system. You can choose to build your own structure and your own foundation. And then you've got the 4 of Wands. And if you see this woman dancing there, balancing act. Wands is like fire. It's a lot to do with passion and things that you want to bring in again. But she's balanced in her realms, you know. She's got her head up high. Spiral of life going on. She's balanced within them 4 wands of what she's bringing in. She has got red on as well, because that goes a lot with the colour red. There's a lot of action. You know, she's got her head up. There's flowers there, so there's a lot of growth. But she's very balanced in what she's doing. So that could be balancing a workload, balancing certain passions she wants to bring in. But as I said again, balancing is all a balancing act away from all this. You know, all that sort of devil energy, trickster. You've got the pyramids in the background as well. You've got a bird in the sky, it's like freedom. She's dancing in her own spiral of life there, you know. Bringing in what she needs to bring in, enjoying herself and balancing herself between, you could say, both realms. She's got one foot on the ground and one in the air. Higher and lower realms. You've got to balance yourself in both. It's about balance. It's about balance. Balancing everything out. Balancing your mindset out. Balancing everything out. Balancing your relationships out. Everything's about balance. You can balance all that out. You're going to come to a better way of being. You know, if you can reflect when you're in something, it's going to be a lot easier for you. People who don't reflect don't see certain things. So, you know, yeah, balancing your own realm. Exactly, which is your realm is this, is your mind, is your state of consciousness. And I'm just going to do ask and it is given cards because these are beautiful. They're so cute. That's what ascension is. That's what we're doing. You're being your own guru. You're being an ascendant master. All an ascendant master was, these people were, you know, you can be in the same energy that is. You're just learning to master your mindset and not letting other people rule you, you know, tell you what you are or you're not. You master your own mind. You know who you are. You know what you do and don't like, or you should do by now. Not letting other people tell you how to rule your life. You're doing it yourself. Mastering your mindset. And getting rid of all the things that don't work for you, you know. Because if you don't know by now what doesn't make you happy, that you should be moving from it. If you don't know that by now, then you'll always be unhappy. Do you know what I mean? You can't moan and blame people for the state of consciousness that you're in, no matter what. It's you that does it to yourself. So you have to move from that state of consciousness like that. Life path 33 makes sense now. Yeah. Life path 33 is the higher state of consciousness, which is Christ consciousness. Some people might say it was a guy, I don't know. I just see it as an energy now because he was an ascendant master. And if you think about it, thank you, Sue, he just took his states of consciousness to another state of being. You know, you don't have to be nasty to people. You don't have to be in anger. You just have to move your states of consciousness. So when you become that, you become like an ascendant master because you're working towards it. You know, it's not that these ascendant masters are better than anyone else. They just learn how to master the states of consciousness. And that's what it's about. You're in this system, but you'll play your own structure, you know, and come out of that. So, all right, got 4 cards there. So we got, I must be selfish enough to align with well-being. Well, yeah, you do. Someone said that today. I said, yeah, you do have to be selfish in a way. Everyone always wants something off you. If you are not selfish enough to deliberately align with the energy of your source, there's enough people trying to nick your energy off you, you have nothing to give away. Some worry that if you take too much of the pie, others will be left with nothing, while in reality the pie expands in proportion to the vibration requests of all of you. I've said that before because, you know, you're not in lack, there's enough for everybody at the end of the day. And then we've got, I am becoming consciously aware of my inner being. The more aware of that you come, the more you ascend in consciousness. We refer to non-physical you as your inner being or your source. It is not important what you call that source of energy. It's not loads of people argue over that, or life force. But it is important that you are consciously aware of when you are allowing a full connection to it and when you are restricting it in some way. I know I've got a connection. I know a lot of you have as well. I will never get there, so I will enjoy my journey. We said that the other day about climbing up a mountain, someone was saying, and you're just thinking about, oh my God, I'm not at the top of the mountain, I'm not at the top of the mountain. Don't matter about that. Just enjoy the journey up the mountain. Sniff the air, look at the flowers, whatever, enjoy it. Before you know it, you'll be there, but then you'll be going off somewhere else again. Journey never ends. You cannot ever get it done because you cannot ever cease to be, and you can never halt your awareness. Yeah, out of your awareness will be born another asking, and each asking always summons another answering. Your eternal nature is one of expansion, and expansion is potential for unspeakable joy. So we're forever expanding, so you're ever going to be learning, and it's never going to stop because you're ever expanding. So what can I say? And then the last one is, it is not about controlling my thoughts, it's about guiding them. We are not encouraging you to make an effort to control your thoughts or control anyone else, but instead to more or less guide your thoughts. Reaching for the way you would like to feel is an easier way to hold your thoughts in vibrational alignment with that which you believe is good. What you believe is good. So there you go. So I'm going to go now because I am tired, and I just thought I'd come on and give you a bit of a chit chat. Don't know how long I've been on, but who's bothered, because what is time? What is time? Go with the flow, and that's what I do, and that's what I enjoy. Fourth or fifth time today, those numbers were two. Yeah. Yeah, it's an ongoing process, exactly. That's what some people don't get. You're never going to reach the top. It's an ongoing process, and you just keep moving towards it and enjoying it as you go along. You might as well enjoy it. You're ever expanding. You know, you go to another form of energy after that, and then we'll be doing something else. So, you know, you might as well enjoy it while you're going through it. But like I said, it's going to be easy if you're trying to do, oh, is it? It's going to be easy if you try and, like, you know, snap out of whatever it is, a bad thought, a monkey mind, because that isn't us anyway, and got moved to something else straight away after that. Chelsea, I feel this is a part of being a light worker. We have given so much to others in the past. Now it's all about standing in our own light. Yeah, it is. Please hug yourself and the babies from across the pond. Where we go on, we got exactly. Yeah. Just hold that vibration. Creative writer. We know we know there's something coming. We just know it's a knowing. When it is, whatever, but we know it's there. So thanks for Phoenix, Michelle, Laurie, Lois, Jerome. Yeah, love to everybody. Creative writer, Sue, Nick, I know Susie Q was in before. Rainbow Wizard, Astral Thief, Cool Nick. Probably going to repeat loads of names now. Colin. Who else was up there? Did I say Lena? I don't know. I'm not scrolling all the way up top. If you want, Organic Intelligence 313, and anyone wants your name shouting out, you'll have to come at the bottom quick because I'm not scrolling up. But everybody who's been in and commented or not commented, and anyone who sits there just watching anyway, that is fine. You know, if you're watching, and that's good, Lydia as well. But yeah, like I said, I'm going to go. I don't know when I'll next be on, but I think my next one may be my tarot deck tour because, you know, there's some of you might not be into that. That's fine. Oh, Alan. Yeah. Is it Alan? Danny. Hi, Danny. And anyone else who might be there just listening. But yeah, I think my next one might be, well, one of them this week will be just doing a tour of my deck tour of tarots and oracle decks that I've got. If anyone's interested, if you're not, you're not, and that's fine. But I will be doing one of them because if anyone's into them, you might see some that you've not got. I don't know, but it is something that I love. So obviously, I'm going to share with you some of the things that I love anyway. So there'll probably come a chat with that, and I'll tell you why I'm into it and this, that, and the other. Yes, an ordinary bear. High vibes sent out to all. Thanks, night. Bless you all from Anne Marie. But yeah, everyone's sending a lot of love, so that's very good. And I will see you. That was the set you were just oh, what was the set I was just using? Which one? That one or that one? This one? Thank you, Lydia. You're welcome. Thank you, Lois. This one? If it's this one, I've got two of these, and I've got a bigger version of this, and I actually love working with this one for myself. This one is really good as well. Yeah, it's a Cosmic Tarot, this one. Like I said, I'm going to be doing a tarot and oracle deck, so you're going to see all of them and you're going to see what the names are. And I'm going to be showing you what the pictures look like, you know, like they do on YouTube. I think this is my favourite at the minute, but I've got a bigger version of this. But I've got quite a lot over the years. No, the one you showed with the devil. Oh, yeah. No, it was this one. Yeah, it was this one. Yeah, it was this one. This was one with the devil in it. The one that I just showed you. It's a Cosmic Tarot. Because they're a bit dimmer in colour in these ones, even though this isn't the big deck. But like I said, I am going to show you the pictures when I do a tarot deck tour. So yeah, if you're into all that, or you just want to see what I've got anyway, because you might have them if anyone else has them in chat, or you just like watching people do tours of stuff, I will be doing it this week, and probably a little chat will go along with it of why I have these and when I got into them and blah 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 and all that sort of stuff, because I have shown them in the past, but I have quite a big collection now. So, and then I had this beautiful new one recently, and I'm after another new one for my birthday, because it's my birthday. Oh my god, it's my birthday at the end of this. What's the date today? 14th. Oh, it's my birthday this Saturday coming, and I'll be 44. So I'm going to treat myself to one that I'm after. I can't remember what it is, but I am after another one. I use them for different things, and like I said, I am going to be bringing more readings on here and stuff. Or if anyone ever wants a reading, you'll have to go over to my Instagram page, because I'm trying to bring things in that I love doing, and, you know, getting into more to the stuff that I love doing, you know, and each their own. So thanks all for coming in, and I will see you very soon. I was going to say enjoy your weekend, but we've been there already. Yeah, thank you, Lena. And I was going to say again, have a great week. Wish I was 44. Hey, we're all as young as we feel. It's just a number. And I will see you in the week sometime. You'll just have to look out. But I will be over on my community page posting positive things over there for everybody. And if you don't know what that is, you scroll, when you tap on my YouTube account sort of thing, you go over the top, over the bar, and it'll say community page. You tap on that, and that's where I write a load of things out and try and put a load of little positive messages over there. If I'm not on the tube, you can see what I'm doing, or you can go and join me on Instagram, same name as here, and you can check out any bits and bobs that I'm making, and I do ship out anywhere, so all over the world. People have had things in America and everywhere, so that's great if you're into all that. So like I said, and there's new things coming with that I've got something up my sleeve that I won't be telling you about yet, but as soon as it does happen, some sort of project I'm putting together, I will let you know. Yes. Yeah, 44, 8, infinity, and all that sort of good stuff. So like I said, enjoy your day, evening, or wherever it is, whatever you are, and just remember to snap out of the negativity back into 5D, out of the 3D into the 5D. Thank you for everything you do, Dolly. Cheers. Thank you, Daniel, for saying that. Thank you for the beautiful comments. Thank you for everyone coming in, resonating, how you resonate. I very much appreciate everybody that comes in, and you all look after each other in chat, you know, and we're all doing this together, and it's beautiful to see, and that's why I say I can see the resonance of what I'm putting out, because I see it in my chat. So with that, I will say thank you all again, and I will see you soon. Bye.